Good afternoon, Malacan Press Corps. Let's now have Presidential Spokesperson Salvador Panelo. Good morning, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, MPC. Remember, there was an advisory from UK on Mindanao, giving the impression that they were. Last week they were. The impression was that it's so dangerous there, and that the citizens of that country should not be traveling there. He wrote me a letter, the ambassador of UK, Ambassador Daniel Price, and I'd like to read it. He said, "Dear Secretary Panelo, in the light of recent media reporting, I wanted to clarify that the UK has not recently changed its travel advice for the Philippines. Indeed, our current advice against all travel to Western Mindanao and all but essential travel to Eastern Mindanao and Southern Cebu has not changed since January of 2017. We did publish a factual update on December 31, 2018, recording the blast in Cotabato City. We regularly make such factual updates to our travel advice, but this is not the same as a change in the level of our advice. Globally, the UK keeps its travel advice under close review, taking into account a wide range of factors with the intention of giving British nationals the best possible guidance. Sincerely." In other words, the way some of you or some of your colleagues presented it, it is as if masyado nang mapanganib doon. And they're saying now, we did not change. Mag-advise lang namin yan.
Okay.
Nandiyan na ba? And also, I'd like again to warn the public. I've been informed that there is another false Facebook account on me. Hindi ko maintindihan kung bakit na paborito nila akong gagawa ng mga FB accounts. So, Facebook na naman. Wala akong no picture. But yung mga friends ko, pumapasok na. Let me caution that I have no more Facebook account, no more, ano pa? Twitter, Instagram, meron pa kasi eh. Ano yun? Parang they always believe. Siguro gagamitin na naman yan to get money. Kasi they've been successful eh. Maabot na yata 500,000 palaging sa Cebu nagdi-deposit. Like for instance, yung isang, what's his name now? Dennis Roldan, the one incarcerated. I was able to talk to the wife. He said somebody was pretending to be me. Nakikipag tumawag sa telepono, tapos exchanging communication with him using my Facebook account. Kung ano pang, are you interested in releasing your husband? Pera, in other words. Sabi ko, ano nangyari? Parang I sense na hindi ikaw kasi nagpipilipino eh. So hindi natuloy. Pero parang sa Cebu na naman. Anyway, so let me just forewarn the public not to believe in this. I'm ready for any question relative to any issue.
Questions, PC? Question. Sige, Rose Novenario.
Good afternoon.
Sir, may statement yung NUJP na inaakusahan yung PCOO na nasa likod ng red baiting sa kanilang hanay or red tagging.
Hindi naman. Siguro baka lang paranoid sila. Wala, there's no such thing. PCO will not do that. PNP does not do that also. As explained by PNP chief, as part of their intelligence work, they receive any info on a particular member, then they do some profiling. Wala yun. They're not doing anything. They don't have to worry.
Pero paglabag po yun sa Data Privacy Act ayon sa DepEd. Yung profiling ng ACT members.
When you say profiling, ano bang ginagawa? Profiling
Ang
naman.
hihingi raw po kasi ng personal details ng mga guro.
Like,
Yung PNP.
eh, di ba pumayag sila initially, tapos they, according to the secretary, parang winidraw nila. But, wala namang masama doon eh. Alam mo, pag wala kang ginagawa, wala. Wala
Pero
ka
tingin
dapat
niyo, sir,
igatawat.
hindi paglabag sa Data Privacy Act yun, yung ganon, paghingi ng personal details ng kahit na sinong tao?
Depende. Kung meron ka, kung iniimbestigahan nga ng isang in connection with a crime, eh, hindi masama yun. It's part of the investigation. Pero if you're going to do that just to harass, definitely you're committing a crime.
Thank you.
And we will not allow it.
Pia Gutierrez.
Yeah.
Hi, sir. Sir, what does Palace have to say about the incident involving Michael Dino, presidential assistant to the Visayas yesterday? Nilanding daw po niya naglanding yung chopper niya sa Ultra Pasig while ongoing yung isang DepEd sports event.
I asked Secretary Michael Dino about it, and he explained it in this wise. He said he was going to attend an event, and they were going to pick up someone there. So they landed. I think the pilot didn't know that there was a game going on, and so while they were waiting, he asked for a restroom, and he went there. So, ang tingin ko, I was telling him, baka naman yung reaction, nagulo yung game. Not you. Nagkataon lang na nakita ka doon.
But meron pong report, sir, na according to the Philippine Sports Arena staff, there was no clearance for the chopper of Dino to land in
That's the
Ultra.
fault of the pilot, not the passenger.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, MPC, questions? Wala na. Joseph,
Happy birthday, Ace.
magtatanong si Ace.
Oh. Birthday question daw, sir.
Okay.
Birthday questions.
Not prepared. Char. Sir, yung pong sa survey,
Yes.
SWS,
Yes.
you've mentioned the you gave us
Yes.
a statement already, but for soundbite purposes, no? The survey says there's an 11-point increase in the number of percentage of people who believe or worried that the
Yes.
president has health problems. Comment, please.
Yes, as I said in my statement, that shows that there is an increase in people worrying and caring for the president. They want this president to remain in office. They don't want to be deprived of the change that they have seen in his governance. That's how I see it.
Sir, don't you see this as a parang, given that perception, sir, wala ba tayong nakikitang need for the palace, for the president to be a little more transparent about the president's health?
But he's in fact the most transparent president. He keeps on telling us, eto ang sakit ko, may sakit ako sa... Wala nga akong alam na presidente ganun eh. Siya nga ang pinaka-transparent eh.
Ace. Ay, sorry, may tatanong ka pa. Ace. Ace Romero.
Sec follow-up lang doon.
Yes.
Is it also possible that the survey results mean that the people are not convinced that the president is not that healthy?
As I said, nakikita sa kanyang panacing schedule.
Mm.
I think they're worried na may sakit siya.
Mm.
But yung hindi naniniwala na may sakit siya, I think ang tingin nila kay Presidente, kasi si Presidente mismo, kung minsan nagpapakwela na may cancer, na mga mamatay, ganyan ang estilo niya. But his body language, his actions, his activities, all negate the fear that this man is sick or nearing death or is incapable of continuing. Lahat
Will these survey results prod the Malacanang to yield to demands for the president to release regular updates about his health?
Irregular nga update siya sa sarili niya. Pag
Hindi
may
yung
sak-
official na bulletin, mga ganon. Kasi di ba may nagdedemanda ng mga non before? Will this survey convince Malacanang to release
No,
those
it will
updates?
not because the Constitution requires serious illness. The President knows he is not in serious illness, kaya he's not obligated to release anything about his condition.
Salamat, Sec.
Questions? Pia.
Yeah.
Sir, on the latest rant of President Duterte against COA editors, does the President want to implement changes or improvements with the way that the COA auditors are doing their job so as not to meddle or slow down government transactions like what the President is alleging?
I think the remarks of the President, which was delivered in playful jest, actually was a criticism that COA should apply, even if the rules are very strict, you can liberally construe it within the ambit of the law. That will not delay the delivery of services. That's one. The other thing is, I think it's addressed to Congress. If there are provisions there that will impair the delivery of services, then Congress should amend the procedures of the auditing protocols. For instance, if the requirement is 100 days, o pwede mong gawing 25 days, di ba? Ano yan eh? It requires, on the part of COA, creativity and dexterity. They can bend a little, but not in derogation of the provisions of the law, but still within the ambit.
Sir, could you give us examples?
Like for instance, kung ang requirement mo sa bidding, for instance, merong number of days na kailangan mag-submit ka ng ganito, pwede mo namang i-reduce yun. Kasi usually, matagal talaga ang processing eh. So you simplify the bidding procedures para hindi matagal. Kung maraming requirements, mahihirapan yung mga aplikante o yung bidder, o di tanggalin mo.
Sir, is the palace concerned that the President's recent remarks, actually, pangalawa na ito na nag-threaten siya or he commented on, or he made statements about doing violence to COA editors. Don't you think na his statements diminish yung respect for the institution,
Not really.
the integrity
Actually,
of the institution?
if you look at the way he delivered it, it shows that he was just expressing an exasperation. He is visibly vexed dahil nadidelay yung mga project ng gobyerno. Yun lang naman yun. Naiinis.
But does the President
But that's
still...
not that threat.
Opo. Okay, sir.
It's
But
not.
does he still acknowledge the fact that the biggest, corruption scandals in his administration was exposed by the Commission on Audit? For example, yung sa Department of Tourism, which led to the resignation of the former Secretary of DOT.
In fact, he always welcomes any information leading to the discovery of any corruption or scandal. Mas gusto niya nga yun eh. Para nakakagawa siya ng aksyon. This precisely has been telling all of us that we have to cooperate with each other. How can I do this if you don't tell me?
So
Gusto niya yun.
he acknowledges the role of
Oh,
COA
definitely.
in his campaign against corruption in
Sinasabi niya lang
government.
yan, yung mga rules ninyo, pag masyado kayong stricto na pwede namang liberal without violating the law, para lang pahirapan niyo yung mga ibang tao. Alam mo kasi tayo mga Pilipino, if we want to sit on a contract, on anything, uupuan lang natin eh. Pag ayaw natin yung karap natin, ganyan ang Pilipino eh. Kaya maraming delay in delivery of services. O kahit sa opisina ng gobyerno, palaging pumapasok yung kultura natin eh. Hindi public interest ang issue kuminsan, yung sarili natin. Pag naiinis tayo, nabivex, inuupuan natin. Kaya tagal, ang bagal. Kaya si Presidente, pumuputok, gagalit.
Last na, sir, don't you think that exasperation should be addressed not only to co-auditors but to other government officials as well?
When the President expresses something against a particular situation, then it refers to every agency with a similar, identical situation.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, RJ?
Sir, the president mentioned last night that the Israel and the
There
US.
is,
The president mentioned last night that Israel and the U.S. are assisting the government in fighting NPAs, the communist rebels. What specific agreements do we have with these countries, sir, in relation to the communist rebels?
I think I would refer you to the Secretary of National Defense. He's more knowledgeable on that.
Okay.
Okay, MPC questions? Wala na tayong tanong? Joseph?
Sir, dun lang po sa mga threats, no? Sa COA, you're saying it's not a threat. I don't know what else
not.
that is. But the question is, sir, bakit ganun yung vocabulary ni Presidente? It's always about abuse, about power, about, you know,
Ganun yung style niya.
yeah.
That is his style, and that endears him to the Filipino people. That's the very reason why he was catapulted to the presidency with an overwhelming mandate. Yun ang gusto ng tao. Transparent siya. Pag galit siya, sinasabi niya. Para naman hindi masyadong masakit ang dating sa kanila, ginagawa niyang kumisang katatawanan. Pero nandun pa rin yung, the message is not lost to the listeners. It is always lost to his critics and detractors who cannot see anything good to what this president does.
Amor? Bernadette?
Oh, Bernadine.
Sir, I just want the palace reaction to the recently released Economist Intelligence Unit's Democracy Index po, showing that Philippines is now ranking 53rd out of 167 countries po. It noted that Asia's score in the democracy improved marginally in 2018, but they specified that there were dampeners such as the legal attacks made by the Philippine government against any form of opposition, among others po. So what is the palace stand on this po, sir?
No, they're the ones acknowledging that there was an increase. Ang sinasabi nilang dampener, yun daw mga criticism, opposition. Because they're listening to that. Kung hindi sila nakikinig dun sa mali, it will not affect our rating.
But sir, our ranking po slipped po from 51 po last year, naging 53rd na po tayo, sir. So don't you think this is the reason po why we slip in this year's rankings po?
Because nga, according to them, because of this, from the point of view of the opposition and detractors and critics, meron mga violations ng human rights. Pero kung wala yon, hindi tayo babagsak sa rating. So huwag sila makinig dun sa mga kritiko na wala namang basis.
So sir, ibig sabihin po, kung wala yung legal attacks from the opposition, hindi naman po tayo
Hindi
magkakaroon
na sinasabi nila. Hindi ba sinabi niya, there was a mark increase, kaya lang may mga ganito, ganyan. So, it seems to me now na yung pala reason, more on that, rather than wala tayong ginagawa sa Pilipinas.
So is the palace denying these legal attacks against the opposition po, sir?
Oh, definitely. Mali naman talaga. Wala namang basis. Karamihan naman palaging misplaced sa mga akusasyon.
Okay, sige sir. Thank you, sir.
Questions? Christina Bendano.
Sir, just on the Ultra event,
The what?
incident, the
Ultra,
Ultra incident.
yes.
So you're saying that the pilot was at fault
Well,
for landing?
Yeah, because if he landed there when there was an ongoing game, may istorbo nga. Dapat yun, nagko-communicate siya. Kung clear ba yung ground.
So si Dino has no accountability at all, sir?
Sa akin, as far as I'm concerned, kung ano namang kasalanan ng pasahero, pasahero lang siya doon.
Pero he ordered the unauthorized stop, sir. Diba? He ordered for the pilot to land the chopper yun sa Ultra, sir.
Well, yun, ang pagkakalam ko, yun ang schedule na binigay sa kanila. But the pilot should have known that kasi you're supposed to have clearance eh. Magpapaalam ka muna kung saan ka pupunta. Sa unang-una, hihingi ka ng clearance sa tower kung pwede ka na mag-take off. Tapos kung saan ka magla-landing, dapat alam mo na clear doon. Mali ang piloto doon.
So would he be charged, sir, if ever?
O dapat mayroon nagre-reklamo doon sa ginawa ng piloto. But I was telling I think, kasi parang ang dating nang-abuso si Secretary Dino. Ang tingin ko doon, nagkataon lang na nandun ka, nakita mukha mo doon. Pero ang reaction palagay ko ng mga tao doon, yung naggulo. Ginambala niya yung game ng chopper na yun. Yun. You know, when you're in the public office, talagang marami kang, you're open to a lot of
But shouldn't he
criticism.
But shouldn't he also take the blame if ever, sir? Si Dino.
Yun kung alam niya.
Responsibility.
Kung alam niya na doon, na merong game, dapat siya, mali siya as an official. Pero kung di naman niya alam, kung pasahero ka lang, like when you ride in an airplane and then like me, I sleep ka agad. Malay ko ba kung ano nangyayari doon? So hindi natin. That's why when somebody sent that Twitter to me, tinext ko kagad siya, ano ba yung istorya? So, he told me about it.
Joseph?
So would you know kung sino, question ko ni Ina, would you know kung sino yung pinick up doon? Because in the video, there was a guy
hindi ko
na
alam.
naka-red.
Hindi ko alam.
You
No.
didn't ask the secretary?
Hindi ko alam eh. I will ask Secretary Dino. Secretary Mike, if you're listening, you're watching, text me now.
Okay, sir.
Okay, no more questions. Okay na tayo? Birthday boy.
Birthday boy.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you MPC. Thank you Presidential Spokesperson Salvador Panelo. And back to our main studio sa Radyo Pilipinas and People's Television Network.